Welcome to the Ages of Rock podcast with your hosts Bill Algie, Dennis Talbot, and Alan Tate. We are three guys who have one thing in common, a love of rock and roll. Our goal is to talk about all things rock. We hope you find this show intriguing, funny, and occasionally highly opinionated. Enjoy!
Welcome, folks. You have tuned in to the latest edition of the Ages of Rock podcast. This is episode number 314, and I'm going to call it the Seinfeld episode.
Man, you are 40 episodes off. This is episode 354.
Oh, I looked. I swear to God, I wrote it down, and there's a 314 on there. 354. All right, how's that? But this is a Seinfeld episode because it's about nothing. We have nothing. We had a guest tonight, and because of conflicting, schedules, we had to reschedule that. That will be coming up.
But on the plus side, the reason that it's being rescheduled is going to be really fucking cool.
Oh, yes.
Dennis forgot why.
Well, that's not the reason for it, but anyway, it'll help out though in the end. So anyway, we got a good interview coming up. Bill was gone tonight anyway. He is on one of his work, some kind of symposiums or whatever. I think he's out of town completely. That's one of them big words like gymnasium. It is symposium. It sounds even rhymes.
Yeah.
Gene would be proud of me. But just a few little things here real quick while we mention Gene Simmons. This is very interesting. I don't know if you have kept up on his new endeavor, his Gene Simmons auction website. It could be. Gene now has this is up for auction. It is the December 2nd last Blood Axe played on stage from the Madison Square Garden show.
Oh my gosh.
It will have a gold plate on the back saying it was played at Madison Square Garden, blah, blah, blah. You do get to meet him after the show. They'll be taking high-res photos of it during the show. You get to meet him at the hotel afterwards, and you'll get to you and two guests, and he'll sign it for you, personalize it, and then you can also bring 4 other items, not pieces of guitars or anything, but it's specific about that. And then you get some time to talk with Gene after the final show.
Well, right. Since it's at a hotel, I wonder if there's going to be any room service.
Maybe. There you go. Anyway, it is right now at $27,000.
I won't be surprised if that thing gets over 50.
Oh, it'll somebody who got a lot of cash and he'll want that thing.
Somebody who really didn't want their house.
And he says on here, not to confuse people, but it will be sold after the last sword torch. Everything of that show is going to be put on that website from the last show. It's just going to be. It'll be interesting to see what all this stuff goes for. I got to give it to Gene. He's going to make money off this. So they better not go back out on another tour because they'll pull a motley because somebody bought this as the last played bass on stage. So we'll see.
Well, since we're talking about this being a Seinfeld episode and about absolutely nothing, I just got breaking news that Leslie Van Houten of the Charles Manson family was released from prison.
I saw that they said that the governor was not going to fight it. He said this time around, if she gets released, they're just going to let him go.
Well, good Lord, she's like 800 years old.
72, I believe.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't know.
Anyway, that's interesting. Oh, well.
And no, I'm not related to Sharon Tate. Thanks for asking.
Lock your doors. Yeah, I never thought about that, actually.
Man, when I was a kid growing up, all the time people asked me, was I kin to Sharon Tate? And I finally was like, yeah, I survived. And then they quit asking. That's pretty dark, but
I was even going to go darker, but I'm not
got the point across.
Anyway, since it's about nothing, I do have a couple albums real quick I want to show. I did ordered the Marvelous 3 put out their 1998 Smash album with Freak of the Week on it. They reissued it on red vinyl. I did get that. They are having, if anybody is a Marvelous 3 fan, they're doing 2 shows in their hometown down in Atlanta. and now they put 2 shows up in Chicago. I'd like to see one of those, but it's just they sell out within 10 minutes of putting them up, and
It's going to be
they're
on a
not
work
close.
night anyway.
It's on, they're too far away from me. So anyway, I'd like to see them. They're not. They say that they are not going to go out on tour. They are going to put out. They are writing material for a new album, so they are going to put out a new album. So we'll get some new tunes. Interesting thing about this thing. So this got shipped from Nashville on Monday. Here's my luck with shipping. Where are we at here? Oh, email. Here we go. So this thing was out. So it left Nashville on the 5th of July, my birthday. Okay. So it goes from Nashville to left Nashville, arrived in Evansville Distribution Center on the 7th, 2 days later. Departed Evansville Distribution Center, went to the this other distribution center in Evansville, and then it came to Newburgh on the 8th. Supposed to be out for delivery that morning. It arrived on a West Side post office that afternoon in Evansville. Then I got a note saying that something was messed up and they were gonna. So anyway, it goes from Evansville to Louisville, gets to Louisville, and then back to Evansville, then back to Newburgh, and then makes it to my house on the 10th. So yeah, I thought the time I got it, it was just gonna be beat to shit and everything else, and stepped on it. It actually came in really good. So, that's the way my luck runs. And let's see, hold on a second, let me pull this up real quick. I have to give a huge, 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 even more huge thank you, to basically, Stephen, Drew, Andre, and Alex from Pump 5. I got
They've
a
been on
message.
Ages of Rock.
I know, quite a few times actually. It's one of my favorite guests. Anyway, Stephen sent me a message here PM the other day and said, "Hey, what's your address?" I didn't ask any questions. I said, here's my physical address. He says, "Cool, thank you." And about a week and a half later, I received in the mail the one and only test pressing of the new album Paradise Place, signed, and this is the one and only copy of this album before it gets pressed. So
Pretty cool.
It's very cool. I told those guys I was going to show it on the show. I appreciate it very much. This is nice. I mean, this is super, super, super. I was really set back by that and very kind of speechless at the time. And then for them, they just now actually released some official tour dates. They're going to be in Denver, Colorado on the 8/31, 9/1. They're going to be in Omaha, Nebraska, 9/2, Janesville, Wisconsin, 9/3, Broadhead, Wisconsin. The 6th and 7th, they're going to be in Canada. So if you're in either Kingston, Ontario, or Toronto, you can catch them. They'll be back across the border on 9/8 at New Baltimore, Michigan. Then they're going to be in Saginaw, Michigan on the 9th, and then they're going to be in Rockford, Illinois. That's some Cheap Trick territory on the 10th. So I'd like to get to the one in Rockford, but I'd have to check what dates that are, if it's a weekend or I don't know. It's a haul up there. It's almost to Chicago.
And what's that date again?
That Rockford one is at the Whiskey Roadhouse in Rockford, Illinois on 9/10. I don't know. It's probably a weekday.
9/10. That's September, correct?
Yes.
That's a Sunday.
A Sunday.
Well, it's a Sunday. Sunday.
Coming back would be tough. I'd be an all-night drive and go back to work the next one. I have no days left. That's what I got this vacation, and I missed a day at work, and I had to I'm going to cancel another day in December on my vacation, so I'm getting short on days. Anyway, as far as new stuff, that's all I've got this week. I showed you the album last week, and from the Elegant Weapons, which has something to do with maybe the guest coming up. But anyway, as far as that, I don't really have anything. I mean, Gene and Paul are still bashing Ace and Peter all the time on the internet. I just read it again today. Same spiel.
Yeah. Speaking of Paul and Gene, the video of Gene driving around backstage on that little yellow scooter and all the memes that these people have come up with have been genius. And my favorite one was Gene pulling the Fonz doing the jump and the shark thing. And then
That was
somebody
funny.
went above and beyond and did Gene pulling Paul Stanley doing the jumping the shark thing.
That's funny.
That one was my absolute favorite.
There's
But
been some really funny ones.
those
It's
are
just,
those, in my opinion, are as good as the lady yelling at the cat memes.
yeah.
Because that one still to this day, I get at least 2 new ones every day, and I love it. So if y'all got any of those lady yelling at the cat memes, send them my way.
Surprised they haven't tried to do something because remember when Austin Powers when he was had that one and he's stuck in that trying to turn it around in that small shaft, you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
He was like one of those things. He was there and he's like, I'm surprised they haven't done that with Gene.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So anybody who's savvy with the computer knows how to do that shit. There you go. There's an idea for you.
That'd be pretty
Anyway,
funny.
but
And
no, there
also,
hasn't been. Go ahead.
Ozzy has had to
I saw
cancel
that.
his appearance at Powertrip because his health still not where he wants it to be. And I don't think that show's even until like October.
Right.
I wasn't planning on going, so I haven't been paying a lot of attention, but I did get
Where
news.
was that at anyway?
I
Is it here in the
might
States?
be in California. I'm
Okay.
not sure.
I know
And I'm not
he
gonna pick my phone up and look.
right. He was slated to play the night AC/DC was playing, I believe. And he said that
Right.
there's somebody who's going to be taking his spot, so they're real good friends with
I
us. So I
heard
don't.
today that it's Judas Priest, but I haven't confirmed that.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be good.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I hate that for Ozzy. I mean, he wants to get back out there, but
Well,
he's got to do it now.
considering, he damn near killed himself on a 4-wheeler accident and
Right.
all of the shit he's put himself through the past 50 some years. I mean, I
Right.
won't be surprised if he never gets to tour again.
Oh, I,
You know,
he may do a one-off or something like that,
well,
but
that's what
at
Power
that
Trip
point,
was supposed to
right.
be.
But I don't think he'll never get to that point for
Yeah.
tour unless he does a Dave Grohl and sits in a chair all the whole time, which that's a
Phil
feasible.
Collins did that too.
Yeah. I mean,
Dave
it's
Grohl had a
been
really good reason though.
right. Yeah. I mean, that's what, Frampton's
Act-
been doing, and they say he's playing as well as he can, better than he's done in years. It's just, he can't
yeah.
walk, so it's
Yeah.
hasn't
Axl
got to his
Rose
arms yet.
also did that when he broke his
Yep.
leg.
Yeah.
Him and
So,
Grohl used the same chair, I think.
yeah, Grohl actually he loaned him the
Yeah.
chair for that. So, Dave. But anyway, yeah, there's nothing else really that I got going on here or anything else I can think of.
I got one more thing.
Cool. What you
Have you
got?
guys, I don't know if you've read anything about it, but I almost said Paul Stanley. Paul McCartney said something about using AI there's one more recording with John Lennon,
Right.
and McCartney's supposed to be using AI to help fix this recording or whatever. I'm not
Right.
exactly sure what the deal was, but when they first said it, the internet just, of course, everybody on the internet has their own opinion, even though they don't know their
Right.
asshole from their elbow.
And they weren't asked their opinion.
Well, it doesn't matter whether you're asked your opinion or not, people tend to give it anyway. But they were
Yeah.
all up in arms about how dare you desecrate John Lennon, blah, blah, blah,
Oh, for
and
God's sake.
recreate his voice. And Paul had to come back and clarify, I'm not using AI to recreate his voice. I'm using the AI to fix these recordings that we found because I
Right.
need some work done on them. So
Right.
if anybody has any information on that that's a little more accurate than what I just said, send it our way.
Yeah. You know, just just don't worry about it. Just if you don't want to listen to it, don't turn it on.
Right.
If you're offended, don't listen to it.
Well,
Some of us would like to hear it. So anyway,
everybody's offended about everything anymore.
you know what? If you knew exactly how they made a lot of these records nowadays, they're actually doing that on John Lennon's song is nothing compared to what they're doing to everybody else right now.
Oh, speaking of that, somebody used artificial intelligence to take Elvis's voice
I saw that.
and sing Baby Got Back to the tune of Don't Be Cruel.
Yeah,
I
funny.
think I might have brought this up on our last episode, but that's been
Yeah,
a
you
couple
sent it
weeks.
to me. It was
Yeah, that's
funny.
been a couple of weeks. I've slept since then. I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah,
There's the one you sent was actually a shorter version. I found a longer version of
right.
the actual
There was
whole
a
thing.
longer version came out.
It's funny.
Yeah,
It was
but
very funny.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna find more of that stuff. I can't wait to hear Jim Morrison sing Baby Shark.
So, like I said, we will have a guest here in a few weeks. You guys will probably have another
show. It's
show.
Going to be at least a month.
Yeah, because I'm going to be gone for the next 2 weeks. I'm going on a trip to France. So
motherfucker.
These guys might be doing a show without me. It'll be probably a Dennis bashing show. But that's okay.
I might just do a show myself and bash it.
There you go. Bash both of us.
There you go.
But cool.
All right. Well, people,
short and sweet.
You all know that's what she said. You all know what to do. Visit agesofrock.com. Check out our past episodes and our social media links. And until next time, peace out. Thanks for listening to the Ages of Rock podcast. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and most importantly, tell all your friends. Remember, you're never too old to rock. Until the next episode, peace out, folks.